Our coverage of the men's gymnastics competition continues. You are looking at Scott Johnson. His score, 9.85. He is our leader.
Scott Johnson, 9 points.
Scott did a great routine, and that might be enough to win it, but we've got some good routines still to come from some of the Chinese and from Brian Babcock.
And speaking of the Chinese, the next competitor for China is preparing the bars while the judges wait to give him the green flag. You are looking at Zhao Zhenghua.
Zhao scored a 9.85, the same score that Scott just got in the team competition, and he was the best performer in the team competition. He does a trick that's similar to Scott's, that pike straddle 1 1/4 flip. He just catches it in a different way. He's a very powerful gymnast, and he's very exciting to watch.
Very strong in his own country so far in this meet. In the individual event finals, he has yet to win a medal. But he is the last performer for China.
As we just saw, he's twice been their national parallel bar champion, so this is obviously a very good event for him.
Our next competitor represents China. He is 22 years old and is the 1985 national champion of China, Zhao Zhenghua.
This is one of the events where the gymnasts really take their time to get ready. They're always worried about that grip on those bars, and the chalk on the water all has to set just right before they go. Here's a glide kip, reverse straddle cut, a nice straddle front uprise. And here's that trick. Beautiful.
Whoa.
Caught it right into a glide kip, a little different than what Scott did. Oh, little bobble there, that's going to cost him. The Chinese always have very beautiful body lines. Oh, there's a Strelly with a half turn, straddle cut up to an L. This is a very original routine. The judges like that. It's so difficult to get originality points in gymnastics. He's done a very good job.
It may not make a difference, but part of his grip flew off while he did that maneuver.
I noticed that. And here's a double back dismount. Little stumble forward. Oh, I think he thought he could stick it there, but he had to take that step.
It's like trying to fight a cough. You know, you try to hold it back, but it's going to come out.
And it just makes it worse when you do take that step.
Uh-huh.
Now we'll take a look at this front uprise. It's a pike straddle front 1 1/4 flip. Really gets a lot of pressure. And look at how he grabs those bars. There's a lot of pressure coming down there, but he really handles it well. Look at the power in his arms as we take a look at this dismount. A lot of pressure pushing out. That's a double back flip, and look at the bars wobble. There's a lot of force there.
Has to be. That's all he has to push off from. It's not like he has his legs to somersault around. It all has to come from the biceps, the forearms, and the wrist. 9.75 is some of the... It is the score, 9.75, and that right now is good enough for second place behind Scott Johnson, who has a 9.85. And of course, USA's Brian Babcock, who's our next competitor, would like to get a 9.9 or better so he could take the gold.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to do, but Brian's an excellent parallel bar performer, and I think he can put together a great routine. There's his peach basket straddle cut right to an L. Brian has a very nice straight body line on parallel bars. There's a Healy twirl. Another Healy twirl. Oh, and he caught his leg on the bar. Oh, that's going to cost him that. You can't win when you make a mistake in the finals. There's a Stutz and a Diamidov. That's a reverse of the Healy twirl. Another Diamidov. A step. It's so hard to keep your composure when you've made a mistake, and you just know you can't win. But the sign of a tough gymnast is one that finishes nice and strong. And Brian had a little bobble on that dismount. This is a very good parallel bars competition, though.
Talking to Fred Roethlisberger from the University of Minnesota.
Let's see what happens here on this routine. Brian's nice and even until his leg just hits right in between the bars. There's just nothing he can do about it. When you're training that skill, you tend to lean over to one bar and just kind of sit on it as you're warming up, and I think it's just a habit that he kind of formed there, and he just hit the bar. Here's his dismount. See that pressure again for that double back, and he had a little trouble on his landing too.
Score for Brian Babcock, 9 points.
Brian Babcock disappointed with his performance. It hasn't really been a great meet for Brian. He has yet to win a medal. He has received a 9.10. He's way out of the medal standings. So there is only one man remaining who might be able to upset Scott Johnson from a gold medal on the parallel bars. You are looking at him now, Lee Ge.
You've seen the flares on the pommel horse and on the floor. Now here they are on the parallel bars. He is a great parallel bar man. He made a mistake in the team competition, but he has a chance to do a great job here. Giant uprise. Giant with a half turn. A giant to a handstand. Now he had trouble with his back toss. Let's see how he does. Good job. Another back toss. There's a stutz. And the glide kip. Reverse straddle cut. He goes right up to a handstand. This is a very, very clean routine. Not quite as exciting, though, as Scott's. Here's a double back dismount. It was a good routine, but I don't think that's enough to win.
Lee Ge. The stutz didn't quite up to a handstand. So I think that might have hurt him.
Yep, that's okay, so long as he doesn't, so long as he does another trick to a handstand.
All right, the score for Lee Ge is 9.65, so Scott Johnson gets the gold. We'll be back with high bar and floor exercise in a moment.
I'm the first to leave my bed. Gotta get 'em dressed and fed. Give 'em all a little peck and some Citrus Hill Select. It's a healthy little potion, one that gets 'em all in motion. From the taste right to the vitamin C. Every single glass I pour has a day supply and more. Citrus Hill Select gets their juices flowing, and their day gets going, and their juices get flowing. Citrus Hill Select is squeezed from the heart. That's where oranges are sweet, making vitamins a treat. Citrus Hill Select gets your juices flowing. Citrus Hill Select gets your juices flowing.
Well, somebody's happy to be going to work.
I love my job.
I wish I could say that.
Bob.
I know. Look for a better job in the National Business Employment Weekly.
See? The best jobs available everywhere in the country. Professional, managerial, technical, that's you, at top companies.
Nice salaries.
$25,000 a year and up. There are articles to help you land a better job, how to look good in interviews, write a better resume, and the reason I still read it, articles to help you do better on the job. How to handle office politics, when to ask for a raise, how to deal with an impossible boss.
Okay, I'm convinced. I'm a National Business Employment Weekly reader.
Don't make a career move without it.
Ask for the National Business Employment Weekly at your newsstand. Or if you prefer, get the next 8 issues by first-class mail for $35. Call toll-free 800-228-5505. 8 weekly issues, $35. Call 800-228-5505 now.
The two best teams in hockey, the Edmonton Oilers and Philadelphia Flyers, face off Sunday on ESPN. The NHL's leading scorer, Wayne Gretzky, and rookie sensation goalie, Ron Hextall, lead two of the most talented teams ever. Edmonton battles Philadelphia, live Sunday night on ESPN.
The crowd has come to life because two of their favorite apparatuses are up. The high bar is going to feature Brian Babcock. We spoke with him earlier about what his routine consists of. He shared that with Peter Vidmar.
Next up for the USA.
My high bar routine consists of releasing movements. I'm going to try to do 3. One reverse heck, which it kind of flies over the bar. And then I'll release again into another movement called a ginger. And then just before my dismount, I'll be doing another reverse heck. So I have 3 releases, which I'm trying to keep up, I guess, kind of with the big boys.
Well, Brian already is one of the big boys. And here's his first release. There's the reverse heck. Oh, and he's off the bar. Oh, he's disappointed. This is the last event of the day. This is the most exciting event in men's gymnastics, and he really wanted that. You can see he's more disappointed for this than any other routine of the whole competition.
Crowd trying to motivate him to get back up there with vigor.
We'll have to see how he finishes. He won't be able to do one of those releases because he was planning on doing that flyaway half turn right out of that reverse hecht. And we'll just have to see how he handles this routine now.
That's right. He has to compose now as he goes. He has
right.
to have plan B as he steps back up.
Here's a Stalder. This is a giant the other way with his hands in the opposite grip. This is a very confusing trick. Brian's one of the few gymnasts that does that. Here's his inverted giant. Now he's going to set up for his dismount. Let's see if he does that trick first, though. He said he wanted to do a Tkachev before he did his dismount. And it looks like he's just going to leave it out. Yep, I guess the mistake was just too much, and he was really disappointed.
Brian
Babcock disappointed with his high bar routine. We're going to go over to floor exercise now, and Phoebe Mills, who next year moves from juniors to seniors. She spoke to Mary Lou Retton about that earlier.
I think that's going to be really good for me to go onto the senior team, because that's the real competition, and that's the team that I'm going to compete with in the Olympics. So I think it's going to be really good for me to see how my competition is up there.
What are your goals for USA Championships?
This is Phoebe's first time to perform this new routine. Starting out with her mount, which is a round-off flip-flop, full-in somersault. Let's see if she gets it. Oh, too bad. She went out of bounds, but still was a very high full-in.
Three gold medals already to her credit.
She looks like she's enjoying this. Geza Posar is the choreographer for Bella Caroli, does all of the routines. She's getting to the corner, preparing for her second pass. Let's see, good fast run on flip-flop, double pike somersault. Little step forward, but she's pulled it out. That smile is just there. She's happy today. The crowd has started clapping in now.
Actually, Phoebe Mills could have had a perfect 6 gold medal meet, because she has the 3 individual golds, she has the all-around gold, she has the team gold, and if she could have gotten the gold here on floor, which still might happen, I doubt it with that major fall, but 5 out of 6 isn't bad.
And a nice, clean double full to end with. What a meet Phoebe Mills has had today.
And she's leading the junior national team with a fine mark.
Let's see what happens as she runs out of bounds on the first pass. Just a round off flip-flop. It's a very good high full-in back somersault. She just over-rotates it, and she steps out of bounds. She takes a few steps. That's really going to cost her.
So Phoebe Mills will wind up this competition with at least 5 gold medals. As we move back to the men's high bar event, waiting for Phoebe Mills' score, this is Gualing Chung.
Guo does beautiful one-arm sequences, as you just saw there. He's one of the most exciting horizontal performers that I've ever seen. Look at this. One-arm reverse hack, the giant. And here's a one-arm reverse hack with his legs together. Look how high he goes above the bar. This is a great routine. He scored a 9.85 in the team competition. Here's an interesting dismount. Out of here, stuck it. This is going to be a great score.
Brian Babcock receives a 9.0. You'll recall he fell off during his performance. This is Gualing Chung.
Let's take a look at this dismount from inverted giants. He does a front with a half turn into a back flip. Very unique dismount. And it's a perfect landing. He's going to get a great score on that.
Next up for China.
We're going to move back to the women's floor exercise event. The score for Phoebe Mills, 9.35, as we look at Zhang Yingze.
She's one of the more powerful Chinese gymnasts.